guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. I took a little break last week because I felt like I wasn't in the right headspace to just film. I was really stressed about university work, but I'm here today. I'm trying to get myself together. Also, before I start the video, I want to apologize for the fact that there is a lot of noise in the background. There's dogs barking, there's construction work, there are people talking. I have no idea. It's just, yeah, I'm gonna pretend and I'm gonna try and use music to mute all of that, but I'm really sorry. But anyway, so for the purpose of today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of my January favorites with a little combination of things I've been loving since December. So I did a similar video, oh god, sorry, noise, but I did a video similar to this last year, which were my quarantine favorites, so I'm going to make sure to link that down below. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. So starting with the first category, which are candles. It wouldn't be my favorites video if I did not include candles. So there are two candles that I've been really loving this month. So the first candle is Ski Lodge Cocoa and Cream. I will make sure to link my candle Bath & Body Works haul down below. I've used a lot of this, as you can tell. My family and I literally love this candle. So we used so much of this candle over like Christmas, and honestly we're still using it. So moving on to the next candle, this is Paris Cafe. So I used this for the last couple of weeks. It's still pretty new. I feel so bad every time I use this because I don't want it to get over, but this is one of my favorite, and I feel like I'm going to be using this at least for the next couple of months because it smells like fresh coffee brewing in my room, and I don't think it can get better than that. So moving on to the second category, which are TV shows. So I'm not gonna lie, I really haven't watched a lot of them. I feel like over the last 2 months probably watched 2 or 3 maybe. So starting with Bridgerton, like I think everyone's seen the craze all over Instagram and like everyone's talking about it. So I actually watched the show the day it came out. I sort of was scrolling through Netflix and I saw it. I was like, okay, you know what, it seems pretty interesting, like I'll give it a shot. And I had no idea like it was gonna blow up and everyone was gonna like it. Personally, I liked it. Like I liked it enough to watch it through it all, but I wouldn't watch it again. Like I wasn't crazy about it. I mean, don't come at me, but it was just like a good show, but I wasn't obsessed with it, you know. Anyway, moving on to the second TV show that I watched was Extraordinary You. It was so cute. No lie, I'm really cliche when it comes to Korean shows, but so I watched the show. I watched the first few episodes and I was, you know, there was so much like, I don't know, I was so interested, and there was something about that show. I literally watched it, I think like straight for a week, because that's how much I liked it. And it's just about, I think, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't watched it, but it's just about like the show that's based in like a school, and it has a lot of like love triangles and definitely like a really different twist to it. Like for the first few episodes I had no idea what was going on until I sort of realized. Even then I was so fascinated by how, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean, you could watch like a trailer or something, I don't know, but it's so cute. And if you like K-drama, then you're gonna love this. So moving on to the next category, which are movies. I haven't watched any movies except one that I'm going to talk about in a second. So I'm really not the right person you should ask for movie recommendations. But I watched, wait, what was it? Coolie number 2. I don't remember what it was. The new Varun Dhawan movie. I'm not gonna put this in the recommendations because I hated it, but that was one of the movies I watched. And then the movie I want to talk about today is called Tribanga. I hope I'm saying it right, Tribanga. But that's the new Kajol movie on Netflix. Honestly, so good. I didn't really know what to expect from the movie. I started watching it and I love the storyline. I love how real and raw the characters are, and also like I'm a Kajol fan. I love her work and she was just natural. Also the storyline and just the bond of like a mother and daughter is something that I really enjoyed through the movie. And it was a good movie, and it had me in tears at the end. Like I was crying, let me tell you. I was bawling my eyes out. So be prepared to cry if you're watching that movie. But yeah, I definitely would recommend it to anyone who, I don't know, just watch it. It's a good movie. It's been a while since I watched a good movie, and this is one of them. So moving on to the next category, we have books. I'm not gonna lie, I actually haven't read as much as I want to, but I do have 2 books that truly stood out, starting with the first one, which is called Homebody by Rupi Kaur. Again, it has just a set of different like poetry. I finished reading this book in less than a day, and it was just really beautiful. It talked about being connected to your roots, that weren't just about something materialistic or the family you were born into, but it was the body that belongs to you, or the soul, and how you're connected to a soul that is a lot older than your existence. I don't know how much sense that makes, but definitely with poetry, I feel like everybody has a different interpretation of it. So when I read something, I could interpret it in a very different way from you. So I feel like this one in particular really stands out because it talks about a connection that we often lose, but it's about staying connected to your roots. I don't know how to explain it, I'm really sorry, but it's a beautiful book, and definitely something that's gonna get you through like staying at home or feeling lost. And it's just about feeling connected to something so much bigger, and feeling connected to the earth and to the universe. So yeah, so this is the book that I'm talking about. It is A Journey to the Heart. It is a pretty big book. Okay, so I don't know, this book is a book of warmth. I don't know if you'll ever understand what that is unless you read it, but it is about understanding your soul. And it's not cliche, like this book, like it's not supposed to be cliche, like it's something that is deeper than that. It isn't about someone's personal story, but it's about all our experiences and how sometimes we tend to hide from what truly belongs to us. So this book basically comes with dates, so every day. So I tend to read a paragraph for that particular day, because it also makes me feel like I'm getting a little reading done in the morning, and definitely makes me feel so much better. I do want to share what today's sort of piece of paragraph has to say, and hopefully you resonate with it. So January 30th, which is the title called Warm Up. Sit in the sun and warm up. Sit in the sun, soak up the love and warmth from the world around you. Take that warmth into your everyday life. Open your heart more to the people you see, the people you meet, the people you greet, and the people you love. Practice being warm, loving, and open. Do more than just think a kind, loving thought. Say it. Do more than just think of something nice you'd like to do for someone. Do it. Fear is cold. Sometimes we become so afraid of people, life, ourselves, so afraid that we become cold towards people, towards life, towards God. We may not be aware of how cold we have become. We may have been cold for so long we just don't see it. Being cold and afraid has become our everyday posture. It's the way we interact with the world around us. Now it's time to put warmth back in our lives. In this particular small phrase, it says, don't let your fears turn you cold. Sit in the sun and warm up. Then radiate that warmth to the people around you. Warm up to people, warm up to life, and warm up to yourself. And I mean, imagine reading this in the morning and starting your day. It's instantly going to put you in a better mood. It's going to make you feel more connected to yourself. And sometimes it's all the little things that just make your life better and easier to live. So moving on to the next category, I have skincare. So just before I start, I want to say I'm no skincare genius. These were the products that were actually recommended to a friend of mine who knows a lot about skincare. I will leave a link to his Instagram page somewhere on the screen, and yeah, so if you have any questions, you know who to ask. But I just want to share some of the stuff that I've religiously been using. So starting with this is the Laneige Lip Berry Sleeping Mask. I have been using this every single night, and it's one of the most hydrating products. Like, it truly is so good on your lips and so lightweight, and yeah, I definitely love it. Moving on to the second one, this is the moisturizer that I've been using. It's the Minimalist Oat Moisturizer. So good. So if you're someone who's struggling with like dry skin, love this. I've been using a lot of it, and so has my sister, and it's just so affordable for how much comes in this and how good the product feels. I think it retails for $3.50, and it doesn't feel like that at all. Like, trust me, I've used a lot of moisturizers that have ranged from different price levels, and this one in particular stands out. Like, it truly stands out and makes me feel so plumped when I wake up in the morning. And I used to have like dry spots on my skin, especially in the beginning of December, and after I've started using this cream, I don't feel like that. I feel like my face feels super hydrated. So moving on to like more random stuff, I actually picked up this mug. So you know how much I love coffee mugs if you follow me on Instagram, and I have so many different ones. So this is just like a plain black mug, and it has like these abstract like drawing details. So I picked this up from ASOS from a brand called Monkey, and I just honestly, I just feel like this is so, I don't know, I mean, imagine drinking your morning coffee in this. I think that's like a pretty great way to start your day. And yeah. Okay, so basically the story behind this is I ordered another mug. It wasn't this, so when I eventually did get it, they sent me this. But I'm not gonna lie, I've actually come to like it. Like, at first I'm just like I don't see myself drinking my coffee in this, but now I love it, and I've been using it pretty much every other day. So yeah. So moving on to the last thing, which is fashion or accessories. Again, I haven't really bought anything new as such. I sort of been using what I already have, but I did pick up a few pieces that I want to share with you, and I hope you like it too. So starting with the first thing I want to say is, so a friend of mine actually started her own press-on nail business, and I love it. Like, I mean, who doesn't just want like easy press-on nails instead of having to go really long hours and sit and get them done? I mean, that's great. They obviously last really long, but this is just more convenient. So how adorable is this packaging? So her brand is called Matchbox, and it does resemble a matchbox. I've messed up the packaging inside because I've used it, but I will insert a photo of having the nails done, and they're so cute. The packaging is so cute. It came like with a little cute thank you card. It also had like another paper that had like the instructions of how to use the nails. So yeah. So moving on to the next thing is actually what I wore for my birthday. So it's like this, I will insert a photo, but this is a very soft and short cardigan that I picked up from H&M, and it has like these things where you can sort of use to just tie it up, and it's so soft. Like, I could literally live in it. It's so soft and it's so cute. Like, you know, I feel like you could also wear this on like a chilly summer day because it's not too thick, and yeah, it just makes your outfit like super cute. So moving on to the last thing is actually something that I'm so excited about, and I've been waiting for so long for this to arrive. So I ordered this off ASOS. This is a shoulder bag. Sorry, I haven't taken out the packaging, but I love it. Like, this brown color and the gold detailing, literally I'm so obsessed. Like, I can't wait to wear this. I will definitely post pictures soon. So this is from a brand called My Accessorize London, and I just love it. I know I've said that already, but so if you've watched so far, thank you so much for sticking by, and I hope you found something to watch, read or listen to. And if you have any recommendations for me, I'd love if you could leave them down in the comments below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next Sunday. Bye.